Hello, this is a video about animacy in Slavic languages. I'll be talking about and explaining how animacy distinction evolved in Slavic languages and the system that is used in each Slavic language. So, to start off, what is animacy? Animacy is the grammatical feature of if something is like an animal or human versus if it's some kind of an idea, abstraction, or inanimate object like a stone, for example. In Slavic languages, this manifests as which ending to use in the accusative case in either plural or singular, depending on the language. So, as you may know, Slavic languages have three genders, which can be also called noun classes, because there's no distinction in that, which are masculine, feminine, and neuter. As you may know, masculine and feminine nouns often refer to living beings, but not always, while neuter nouns do refer to inanimate objects all the time. So you may see that or see where this animacy distinction comes from, because feminine and masculine nouns can be both living things and non-living things. So here you can see is the endings of second declension and first declension, and second declension nouns in Proto-Slavic. So how it was in Slavic languages during like 900th, I think, when all Slavic languages were the same language, kinda. You can see that first declension nouns or feminine nouns have three distinct endings for accusative, genitive, and nominative. So, žena, ženo, ženon. And you can see that the plural of first declension has the same accusative and nominative endings, while genitive is different. As for the second declension, you can see that masculine nouns do the same thingy, where accusative is the same as nominative. So something like the plural of first declension nouns, while the plural of masculine nouns or second declension nouns is different. All the cases are different. So it is much similar to first declension singular. In Slavic languages, in modern Slavic languages, they developed the distinction in this specific case, in accusative singular. Most or all Slavic languages can use the genitive endings, the genitive singular ending, to mark that the noun is a living being, so a human, an animal, while if they mark accusative with the nominative ending, they will signify that the noun is an idea or an inanimate object. But in Slavic languages, the variation in the system of animacy, as you can see here, these are all different systems marked here in different colors, the plural can be different. So different languages can mark plural differently. As you can see here, most of East Slavic languages do pretty much the same thing with the plural. In plural, in East Slavic languages, specifically in Ukrainian, Russian, Belarusian, and Pavlakian, or however you call it, the masculine singular thingy, where you can take genitive or nominative endings, is spread to the plurals, both plurals. So you get in the plural either genitive or nominative depending on the noun, its meaning, either if it's animate or inanimate. So it's quite simple, the most simple system out of these all, where again, as you can see, singular is not affected, and the next system that is similar to this one of East Slavic is the West Slavic system, specifically Upper Serbian here, partially Lower Serbian, but I think Lower Serbian has like a choice in the plural, so it can either have the East Slavic system or West Slavic system, but I'm not sure about this one. And except for Lower Serbian, this system is common in Slovak, Russian, which is an East Slavic language, but has this system of West Slavic, and Pannonian Russian, which is much more similar to East Slovak, despite its name being Russian and its location being in the Balkans. In this system, the plural of masculine nouns is the same, acts the same towards animacy as the singular, so you have this system again, genitive or nominative, depending if the noun refers to something living or non-living, while feminine plural stays the same, so it's practically the same endings in the first declension as in Proto-Slavic. These languages have these Proto-Slavic endings. Now, as I may have said, but I don't remember if I did, but Polish is different from all other Slavic languages, as it has developed its own system of animacy. As with other Slavic languages that we discussed, it does the same thing in the singular of masculine nouns, where genitive and nominative can be taken for accusative, but plural, both plurals of first and second declension are governed by the rule of not the distinction of animate and inanimate, but in the distinction between virile and non-virile, if I pronounced it right. So in the plural, Polish distinguishes between if the noun refers to a man or anything else. So virile, non-virile. So as you can deduce, this means that first declension is also marked the same, so Polish, again, as other West Slavic languages, has the same first declension as Proto-Slavic, but plural is marked kinda differently. It's still the same principle where you take either genitive or nominative, but nouns referring to specifically men take the genitive, while all other nouns take the nominative. But singular still takes genitive if it's something living, and nominative if it's non-living. And I'm not sure about Kashubian. As you can see, I marked here Kashubian and Silesian as having the same system as in Polish, but I don't have the resources to check this. So they may have the West Slavic language system. And before I talk about the last system, here you've probably noticed that Bulgarian, Taurolakian dialects and Macedonian are not marked at all, or not. I've not drawn here with any color. That's because they don't have cases at all, except for Taurolakian. So Taurolakian has only nominative and accusative. Of course, it's hard to make out any system, I guess. And plus, I don't know much about Taurolakian, so just pretend that they're all the same. They don't have this thingy at all. They have only nominative and that's it. So the last system, which is South Slavic, but also Czech has it for some reason, probably due to proximity. As you can see on the map, Czech is close to South Slavic languages, and in the past there was a bridge here, so there were Slavic speakers in this area before. And the system is similar to West Slavic instead of East Slavic system, where you have the same thing as always, genitive or nominative in the second declension singular, and plural of feminine nouns, accusative plural of feminine nouns is the same as nominative. But these languages, these South Slavic languages and Czech, have three-way distinction in masculine nouns. So the Proto-Slavic system that you can see here is completely preserved. So these languages have the same endings as Proto-Slavic in singular, feminine plural, and masculine plural. The only distinction from Proto-Slavic that they have is the distinction in animacy in the masculine singular. So again, accusative can have genitive or nominative endings. And this is pretty much it. The history, or when this system developed, is not clear, or at least I don't know much about it. The only thing I know is that Polish could have developed its distinction in animacy between 1300s and 1700s, but you have to be like, you don't have to how to say it. Polish didn't develop its system of viral, non-viral nouns in the plural, masculine plural, until 1700s. So it had before 1700s a system similar to West Slavic languages, so something like Slovak, Russian, and Upper Serbian. In Czech, the system of animacy could have developed somewhere between 1400s and 1600s. So there's quite a range there, because we kind of don't know exactly when this developed, and different areas inside these languages developed at different rates, probably. And that's pretty much it. I've explained what Proto-Slavic had, what system Proto-Slavic had, how this system developed into modern languages, and also talked about the general periods of when this could have developed. Probably the last note here is that I also don't know about Polabian. As you can see here, I have not drawn Polabian or even Slovenian because I don't have many resources or don't know many resources about these two languages, because they are like dead. So probably I'll talk about them in some kind of different video, but that's it for now. Bye bye.